Welcome to Book Club. Today we watched Snow White.
Yes, I got my little locket on today, to represent the one that she had in the movie.
And we're just going to be talking about how we felt about it after watching it while it's still fresh, because we just got back from the theater.
Yeah, we did.
So it started. How did it start?
It started with the king and queen. Right. No, it started with some narration, the little Snow White book opening. And it's like, once upon a time, there was a kingdom. And then we get introduced to the king and queen, and they're wishing for a child.
Yeah, and there's a song where they're like, we wish for you to rule the kingdom with fairness, kindness, and all of that.
Yeah, but this is where we start off with one of the big issues in the movie is the sound mixing. You can barely hear. I don't know if it was just our theater or if it's how the movie was done. I don't know if anybody else has complained about it, but like the sound mixing, you can't hear what the singers are saying on top of the really loud instrumentals.
Yeah, like the music is so loud that you cannot hear the words sometimes that they're singing.
Yeah.
And this is something, like, I don't know if it's just nostalgia, but I feel like when I was a little kid, and it's maybe because I'm not a little kid anymore, that could be it, but I don't think it is. But when I was a little kid watching some of those like classic 90s Disney films, like you sort of, when you heard a good song, like you knew you were listening to something that was going to stick with you. Yeah. But like,
I don't remember any of the songs.
Yeah, me neither.
I've come out and the only ones I remember are the ones that I already knew from the Snow White cartoon movie, like Whistle While You Work and Hi Ho, off to work we go.
Yeah. And I feel like that's an issue with so many like newer movies, musicals and stuff. Yeah, newer movies and musicals. Like you mentioned Wish while we were in the theater.
Yeah, because one of the songs that Rachel sings as Snow White, she's like, I wish, or something like that. It reminds me so much of the song from Wish, but I don't remember what the songs from Wish sound like, so I don't know if I was just putting it in there because she was saying I wish. But I swear it sounds like the I Want song from Wish.
Yeah, it's like when are we gonna get like another classic, songs that'll just stick with you. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was thinking with that first opening song, because I was like,
this isn't very memorable at all.
All right, and then we get the introduction of the evil queen, which is played by Gal Gadot,
and I know people are like. One of the main problems with her casting is her acting, but she's gorgeous. Like when she first showed up on screen, it's like a beautiful woman entered the kingdom, and you're like, yes, she did indeed.
Yeah, she is really pretty. And I did see a bit about like people talking about her acting, and like when she's stoic, it's fine. You're like, yeah. But when she has to show emotion, you're like, oh yeah,
this is where the problems lie.
I feel like this may have been some of her worst acting, in my opinion.
Because I feel like she did better in Wonder Woman.
I don't know, like, what she... I don't know what it was. Doing a lot.
But you can tell that she did try, like, she liked the role, because you can tell, like, she was, like, doing, like, all kinds of little silly stuff, to be the evil queen. She was, but, like, there are Power Rangers evil villains who gave
it was
more
bad.
than she gave.
It was bad.
You know what I mean? Because I keep thinking about that really cunty Power Rangers evil villain, the one that, like, would have, like, the big pink cones on her. Yeah, Rita or something like that. And you're like, man, if she was the evil queen, you'd be like... But, like, it's kind of cringe with Gal Gadot's acting. It was like, ugh. Let's see. The movie where I feel like it suffered. I don't know why they used CGI little people. They had a little person in the movie, and when he was like playing off the CGI dwarves, I was like,
yeah, like I don't understand why they didn't use actual little people for the seven dwarves, because the seven dwarves are in so much of the movie. Like they're such a big part of it. It's like.
And you got this little stupid CGI dopey crying, and I don't care.
Right.
Like, I kind of hated him a little bit.
Like, he looks creepy.
Yeah, I don't
like it. I don't like the CGI. It's like they have these moments where they're supposed to be making you feel things, and
but
it's
you're just like
I don't care because you're not real.
Yeah.
Because like if it's gonna be a live action, make it a live action. Like why do we have these CGI?
And why do we have a real little person and then fake ones?
I hated it.
That was like one of the worst parts. And then let's see. And then we meet the prince, who's actually an actor. They're like part of an actor troupe who became bandits like once the queen took over and like made food scarce and whatnot. Yeah,
yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, but when he first showed up, the first thing you think is he looks like her dad.
Yeah. I was like, he looks just like her dad. Gross, nasty.
Parts where the movie was good. The colors are like really great. Some
I
of
really
the staging
liked
was really good.
I really liked how the Evil Queen's costumes looked. They looked really pretty. And
yeah, and the way they would like shine in the light, and there were like so many colors in them. Yeah. But like you can tell whoever filmed and directed it knew what they were doing, but like the script is trash. Yeah. It felt like the Queen and Snow White were having different conversations.
Yeah, and like the script was not good.
The worst part.
You realize watching the movie that the cartoon, there really wasn't much that happened in the original cartoon, but it's like, and you really feel that in this movie. It's like this feels so stale.
This feels stale and empty.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
and you can tell that the writers didn't know what to do with the nothing that they had to put together. They were like, well, I guess we'll say Snow White wants fairness throughout the land, but then she'll come at the Queen with that, and the Queen will say, you ain't pretty. Right. But you ain't pretty, though. People love diamonds, not flowers. And I'm like,
yeah, like the Evil Queen's motives were like, okay, what are the Evil Queen's motives? She wants to be the prettiest. Okay.
Like, she came into the kingdom to do what? Like, I feel like if they would have gave her a backstory, doesn't even have to be much of one, just her fleeing a war-torn, destroyed country, and all she has is her spell book and her face card, and then the king sees her like he's on the way from somewhere with his daughter, and like the thing that makes him stop for her is how beautiful she is, and that's like the only thing that she can hold on to as a current ruler now. Where she was fleeing a place that fell apart because nobody was strong enough to handle things, and then so she feels like she's got to go way in the opposite direction. Like, give her some trauma or something.
Something. Obviously, she had some, continuously saying, like, am I the fairest? Am I the fairest? Like, I was like, girl, stop asking that question. I was fed up. Be like, Jesus.
You could tell that the writers had nothing to talk about for her. Like, they didn't have nothing.
Yeah, very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
The Evil Queen. And let's see.
The prince and Snow White, well, not the prince, the actor troupe bandit guy, their romance felt,
yeah, it was like, this is happening just because it's supposed to happen.
Yeah. And like their banter wasn't really that great. Yeah. The song they had together, I didn't like it.
I honestly thought it was okay. Princess Problems, yeah.
I got Princess Problems. It felt out of place in the movie to me. The tone of it was like a kind of not 50s-ish, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, I thought it sounded to me it sounded like a Broadway song.
Yeah, that one sounded like a Broadway song, while the rest of them sounded like, I don't know, I wouldn't say exactly Disney songs, but it's like the songs were disjointed. We've got like, whistle while you work, and then we've got the I wish, and then we've got Princess Problems. I don't know, it was just...
And you could sort of tell when Rachel Ziegler's Snow White was kind of two different people. Like, you could sort of tell when she was the 1930s Snow White, and then when they were making her the modern Snow White. Like, when they were trying to add in stuff that, to help the movie go along, like...
you could feel it.
Yeah, but it felt kind of like, oh wait, who is she really?
Because she's just been hanging out in the castle being a servant for like 900 years, and then she's like, can I be brave like my parents want? And then she's like in the woods, and
then
she's
got a lot of sass in the woods, like with the Princess Problems and stuff. You're like, oh, okay,
so she's saucy.
Yeah.
Was she depressed just like 2 minutes ago? Like, I don't know.
But Rachel Ziegler was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, she was the best part of the movie. And honestly, I don't know, like the movie is very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the Enchanted Forest scene with the tree, that was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah. I do like how they did the trees, because that was one of the parts, like in the 1930s cartoons as a kid, that's one of the parts that's really scary. It's like, oh, the trees are, as a little kid, that scared me a lot, those trees.
Uh-huh.
And,
oh my God, but you know how the hunter is supposed to put a deer heart in the box? He put an apple in the box.
I was so confused.
To
I was
pretend
like,
that he had killed Snow White.
That's a taunt. Like, and then he didn't run away. Like, that, she should have killed him for that. Like, that's disrespect. But
some of the lines were a little bit funny, like when the Snow White is like, the punishment should match the crime, and then the queen is like, he was stealing, so yeah, let's steal his coat and his shoes and like his time up to his head. And I was like,
yeah, that was funny. Yeah, there were some parts that I really laughed at. I was about to say something else about the hunter.
Bruh, get out of here! You gotta go before I change my mind. Let's see what else. Oh,
I was gonna say that we've completely run off of it. We're not going in sequence anymore, but who cares?
Yeah.
Like the end when she comes back to take the castle back, I did like that scene, but like I told you in the theater, I felt like that scene deserved better build up from the movie overall.
Yeah, and the really anticlimactic
Kiss.
True Love's kiss.
Yeah. It's just like, it was like she was pretending to be dead from the way it played out. It was like, oh, that was, okay.
Oh, she's up. She's good to go. She's back there, people. No need to worry.
But yeah, overall, I felt like the movie really had a very slow pace. Let's check how long it was.
Yeah, because it felt longer than Wicked.
And
like probably around 30 minutes in, I was like starting to like sigh and y'all.
An hour and 49 minutes. That's not long at all. That's
right.
Just a little over an hour and a half. Like it
felt like 2.5 hours or more.
Yeah, I was yawning. I was like,
I was curled up in my chair like this for parts of it.
I like musicals, and I was like, oh no, not another song, because I just it was.
I hate that I felt like that because I love musicals too. I can watch just about any musical most of the time, but that, oh my God. You're like, another song. And I really didn't like the song, you know, the one where she discovered that, oh yeah, I do like the Prince.
Oh yeah.
I didn't really like that song at all.
Yeah, I don't.
Some people's another conversation that felt really weird was when she told this guy that he was good at dancing, and then with this lady, and he said, "We're just friends."
Yeah, some of it felt like they definitely popped that in AI real quick to fit some of those lines. I was like,
"We need a script." Oh my God! Like, why is this conversation so disjointed?
Yeah.
Oh, but one of my favorite scenes was, beside the tree, was when the prince got shot. Oh, and Doc, who's not a real doctor, had to heal him. That was one of my favorite scenes.
I thought you were about to say, see, one of my favorite scenes was when the birds floated her dress as a decoy.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Because I was like, that would have been so scary.
Yeah.
And like, that was like one of the good parts.
Mm-hmm.
And like showed her ingenuity or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd say this movie is a solid 3 out of 10.
All right. And so in my head, as I was leaving the theater, I was like, this is a 2.
Yeah. So pretty low.
Uh-huh.
And if you were a kid, do you think you'd like this movie?
I don't think I would. I think I would feel the link as a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't even like the Snow White cartoon as a kid.
That's why I couldn't understand why so many people were complaining about it. I'm like, y'all didn't like that movie, why y'all lying? Nobody liked that movie. Who are you watching that?
Why are you trying to pretend that you're like, oh, you got to stick to this or that? Who cares? They could have changed anything they wanted to, and I would have been like, cool, I'm down.
But even this, when they did try to change stuff, a flop. I'm sorry, but
yeah, the movie wasn't good.
Yeah.
And I went in with no expectations.
None, because I already knew I didn't like Snow White.
Yeah.
So.
Usually when that happens, I'm impressed.
Yeah. But this movie didn't even take me out of my, lack of expectation.
Yeah.
You can tell that whoever was doing the filming was good.
Yeah.
Because the stair scene, like when she's like transforming and then she's going down, and I really like the transportation, like she touches a part and like the hair grows and then like her face like zooms and then like the apple, like that was really nice. But like everything else, the writing was
the script was
While we're talking about the script, everybody acted like more time passed than had actually passed. People act like they had forgotten it only been about 10 years. And the dwarves, they lived like 200 years. Act like they couldn't remember a time that Snow White's father was king and things were good. What were they doing before that? Because while the queen is in power, they're mining for jewels. But what were they doing before that?
things that ruined it: the script, the CGI dwarves, and Gal Gadot. Those costumings were stunning, though. I don't know why people were complaining about Snow White's outfit. I thought it was really good. Like I don't know where she got it from, though, because she was like working in the council for all her life. Where'd she get this stunning outfit to go out into the woods to pick apples?
I don't know. And also, I felt like I thought it was so ridiculous for her to like ask the evil queen for a favor when the evil queen is the one who trapped you downstairs and made you a servant.
She was like, oh, I'm sure she listen. Why would she listen to that if she won't even like pull you out
I was so
of
confused.
servitude?
I was like,
Also, the movie felt kind of empty because like she was working in the council by herself. There were no other servants.
oh
there were no cooks.
like the world building.
Yeah, the world was empty.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
There were no other dwarves working in the mines.
the world building overall, I didn't understand like the magic, like what the end with the mirror. And,
What was that? Like she just got sucked into the mirror.
Yeah, like what's going on?
She was like, oh, I'm ugly. I gotta go.
Like the world building was not like very established. I was
Yeah.
like, well, guess that's a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, yeah,
That's
all I have to say about
That's
it.
all I have to say about it.
You can watch it if you want to, but I mean, you can
Honestly.
survive without doing so. Rachel Ziegler can sing. You know, she can act.
She's such a good actor. Like she was doing the best that she could with this slop.
Yeah.
The best that she.
Oh well.
Yeah.
It said wrapped up.
we get. Bye.